Hi friends, I'm Bevo. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to talk to you today about Real Talk Today, and we're just going to talk about a few subjects, and then I'm going to show you some beauty tips at the very end of the video that you can hang on for. I'm so glad that you joined me today, and thank you for watching and taking the time out of your schedule, your busy day, to look at this film. Thank you for sharing it with other people, and thank you for liking it. I love it whenever you guys do that. And if you have any subjects on Real Talk Today that you'd like me to talk about, and just put it in the comments below, and I'll read that, and I'll make sure and answer you, and I'll be glad to talk about these certain subjects. It's not necessarily that I'll be Dear Abby, but like Dear Bevo. But anyway, I'll be giving you my thoughts, and what I think about some things. And I know it's only opinions, but I just want to share with you and just talk to you and have it where we can be friends, you and I. Even though I can't see you, you can see me, and we can be friends. It'd be awesome. And if you want to, when you comment, you can have a picture in your profile, and I'll see what you look like, which would be awesome. I wanted to talk to you today about a subject that's been on my heart because my sister's been going through anxiety. There's my little Gabby that's just jumped up on the chair in the back. Gabby, Gabby, psst, turn around, Gabby. See, that's what she looks like from the front. Anyway, my sister has had some problems with anxiety lately, and I've had my own problems with anxiety. Sometimes if you kind of running short on finances, and some people have been going through that with car payments, house payments, medical bills, things like that, and it can make you kind of anxiety ridden. And I wanted to share with you a couple of techniques that I think works out really good that can help you in this area, and you can do them both together or you can do them separately. And the first one is to take a very deep breath in really slowly, all the way in as much as you can. Fill your lungs up, because and also sit up straight, because we don't, sometimes we end up slumping over. I mean, your posture is real important whenever you're going to deep breathe, but we need to sit up straighter and keep our lungs, full a little bit better, because, when you breathe shallow, it doesn't help you in any way with your nerves and anxiety and things like that. There's some things that can really creep up on you, and you can have better health by breathing deeper, I believe. So what you would do is breathe all the way in as deeply as you can. Hold it for a second, and then breathe it all the way out as slowly and long as possible. Do that about 5 or 6 times. Also, the second technique I think would be really good is to tense up all your muscles in your shoulders and your arms and your thighs and calves, and tense it up really, really tight, 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 and hold it for 2 seconds, and then let go. And let your muscles go and relax. When you do those two things, I think it really helps in the area of anxiety. And some people actually have to have anxiety medication, and I'm not against that at all. In fact, on a lower dosage of that kind of thing, sometimes it can really be helpful if you need it. But talking with your friend too, finding somebody to talk to and tell them how you feel, really helps. And so I hope that you'll talk to me in the comment section, or let me know what you want me to talk about. But I want to tell you a story about my grandpa Alan, and it has to do with aging. And sometimes, we as women, or even men, get the same thing. We don't want to age. Let's just put that out there. I mean, we really don't want to age, but there's nothing we can do to stop it. We can slow it down a little bit sometimes with special creams and moisturizers and things like that, and a good attitude, I think. But one thing about my grandpa Alan, he was my grandmother's second husband. My grandpa Clark moved to heaven when I was about 7 or 8 years old, and she ended up going to church at Church of Christ, and she met Alan, and he asked her to marry him, and she was in her 80s and he was approaching 90, and they got married. And it was the funniest thing in some ways, but it was just, when I say funny, it was not, it was just joyful. We were real happy about it. My family was, because they got along so well, and my sister took care of them until they moved to heaven. My sister Mary Lee, and I appreciate you guys still praying for her because she's got some tests coming up, medical tests and things like that. Thank you for keeping her in your prayers. But Grandpa Allen fought in World War One, and he also gave me a painting from Paris, France, and I framed it and put it in my living room. And Grandpa Allen had a really unique idea about aging and about life in general. And I just thought he was so funny because sometimes he would forget my name and call me Debbie. And if anybody ever mistakes my name, they usually call me Debbie for some reason. It's not Jan, or it's not Joan, or it's not, you know, Betty, or different other names. It's always Debbie for some reason. I must look like a Debbie to people, I guess. Even my pastor, when I was growing up, called me Debbie sometimes. And I never did. I corrected him about once or twice, and then I thought, forget it. It doesn't matter. And I did that with Grandpa Allen because he would call me Debbie. And one day I was over there, and he goes, "Well, Debbie, let me tell you about World War One. When I was over there, I was 19 years old, and I didn't really know what to think about everything, except it was just so busy. I was just as busy as I could be, and I was fighting for my country, and that's all I wanted to do. And I just love this country, and America's worth fighting for. I would go and do it again, even though I'm 91. And he goes, and this Alan said, "Age is just a number. You don't have to worry about age." He said, "Even though I'm 91, I turned it around, and I think of myself being 19 all over again. I just did it backwards. 91 is 19 to me." And I thought, well, that's good, Grandpa Allen. That's really good that you think that way. But when you're 58 years old, I was thinking, that makes you 85. You can't always turn it around exactly like that. But he had a good point to think young. And now Gabby's barking in the background because she's trying to find a bone, I'm sure. Actually, it's a chew stick, and I'm just chasing a rabbit for just a second. Oh, cut it out. Cut it out. Stop that. I know you want another one, but just quit. I'm having a conversation with my friends here. I'll talk to you in just a minute. Come here. Oh, I see what it is. Well, I'm just going to have to stop this film and deal with these bones for these girls. I have 3 Yorkies. One's a Yorkie poo, and she just ran out. Actually, I don't have to stop the video now because they've gone running to chase each other. They have 1 bone now, even though the 2 have chewed them up. They're 2. There's 1 left, and so now they're all 3 after that 1 bone, or chew stick, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, back to Grandpa Allen. I just loved him so much because he taught me a great deal about not worrying about age at all. Age was just a number. And so that's what I like to think about too. So I want to talk to you just briefly, now that I've finished that story. I just want to talk to you briefly about my finds that I found at Ulta and at Sephora real quick. I love talking about beauty and lifestyle, and I just wanted to bring this up to you. If you wear waterproof mascara, you know that it just sticks completely, totally to your eyes. I mean, you just cannot hardly get it off. It doesn't come off with regular soap, and it doesn't come off with some cleansers even. You know, there's certain name brand, high-end cleansers out there that still does not take waterproof mascara off. You have to have a waterproof mascara remover. Mascara eye makeup remover, and that's what this is from Sephora. And as you can tell, I've used 3/4 of it, but I get my cotton balls that are huge from Drug Emporium, and all it takes is a couple, and I hold it and press it against my eyelashes, and when my eyes are closed, and I hold it there for a couple minutes, and I barely rub it, because you don't want to rub very much because it pulls this very sensitive skin that you have around your eyes. And then if you're dabbing on any kind of moisturizer, you always want to go around like that, on the inside like that. You don't want to go outward. You want to go inside. Then the NYX HD finishing powder is really good too. I've really appreciated this. This color is banana, but it's a little bit light for me, I think. I think you know, it kind of makes it, I'm fair complected and have freckles, but you know, it's a little bit light, but I'm going to continue to use it because it has such a good, you know, a good, I'm using a Morphe brush that I got online at Morphe, M-O-R-P-H-E. It's a 444 brush, but I'm going to just tap this on here real quick on my face and take some of this shine away. And that's what I do with the NYX, and you find that at Ulta also. And I think the finishing powder was only about, it was less than $10. And what I love also about Ulta is they have two other products I wanted to talk to you about. They have Smashbox, which I love Smashbox. And this is Smashbox Studio Skin 15-hour wear hydrating foundation. And this number is 1.2. I saw a makeup video by a makeup designer, very professional makeup artist, and they had another color that was like 2.3 or something like that, but it was too dark for me. And this, when you go into Ulta, you can try these colors out and find your perfect shade. And I have noticed that this does stay on from early in the morning, my earliest, at least 12 hours. Like if I put it on at 9 a.m., it'll stay on until 9 p.m. or later when I take it off. And I just love this foundation. I just found that yesterday. And also, I'm not ashamed to say that I have false eyelashes on today. And I've already had compliments about my eyelashes. They look natural because they're not the real thick kind. They do have a thick kind, but I wanted to show you this. This is by Eylure, and this is Luxe, and they're mink styled. And these lashes I found at Ulta for $7.49, and they're reusable, and they have their own adhesive that you can use over and over, and it's just amazing. I love it because it gives you more of a natural look. And whenever I get tired of taking off the waterproof mascara sometimes, you know, and sometimes waterproof mascara can clump up on me, and I haven't really found a good one yet, but when I do, I'll let you know. I wanted to also share with you, I'm almost done with this, but I love Kat Von D, and this at Sephora and JCPenney's. You can find this matte, and it's in this shaped container, lipstick holder, and it's Chula is the color, and I have it on today, and I wear this color all the time. See how it smooths on so great? And I just love it, absolutely love it. And it doesn't make your lips sticky either. I don't like to feel like I have anything on my lips. You just really can't hardly feel it on your lips. It's just amazing. I just love it. And then Nars is also at Sephora and JCPenney's. And even though I wouldn't use this past probably 8 months or so because of hygienic reasons, this is going to last forever. I've had this about 6 months so far, and they have all different colors, and it's amazing. It's made by Nars, and they have a cream and a powder style. This is the powder. And what I did today was I just took a brush that I got at the mall, actually. I found a brush that I really liked at the Dillard's, one of the Dillard's products. But I just pressed it like two or three times on both of my cheeks, and that's all I needed to do. And I have blush for the day. It's going to last just as long as my foundation and my powder and everything. So anyway, those are a few tips for you today on beauty. But thank you for listening to Real Talk today. And don't forget, put down in the bottom on the comments and comment and let me know what you want me to talk about, because I'd love to talk about all kinds of things with you. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Bevo. And thank you for sharing with other friends and all that kind of thing. We'll see you later. Bye. Bye for now.